everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, High Heels, Higher Standards. And one of the things obviously we'll be discussing on this channel is how to set standards, especially in dating and relationships. So for today, I wanted to discuss Groupon dating. I don't know if you guys have checked out the Tough Love web series on YouTube, and if you haven't, I definitely would suggest it. It's absolutely amazing. But on the last 2 episodes, one of the main characters, Jordan, has gone out with this guy she's just met. His name is Dre, and on both dates he uses a Groupon, and she's starting to really like question and become like concerned at this point as to why he's only using Groupons. So they met because he was her Uber driver, who happened to run out of the gas while he was transporting her. Needless to say, not a good first impression, but he wants to make it up to her. He invites her to a jazz spot where he's playing, and then asks her on a date, which is where the salsa lessons come in. So first date, she had a great time. You could tell they're really into each other. All the vibes are positive. He's a complete gentleman and everything like that. But it's like she was like a Groupon. Just to tell you a little bit about Jordan, she's pretty high maintenance, so this is something really new to her, and she's completely dating out of her comfort zone at this point. But she's open, and that's what's important. And I think that so often when we go into something new and you're just getting to know each other, it's quick to be judgmental and kind of find everything wrong with the person because it's part of having your guard up, which I completely understand. However, I think it's important that we're open and look at the things that really matter and the things that really count at the end of the day about the person. And to me, I'm all for someone that's being spontaneous and doing something different. I think for a first date, you always expect dinner and a movie. It's typical. Normally it's a pretty comfortable way to start getting to know each other and have that conversation. However, but for a man to take the time and effort to think of something different outside of the box, I would be completely flattered at that point. Just because I feel like you thought about it, you put some thought and interest into what you were going to do, and you really went out your way to impress me, and that's what I'm considering. I thought it was very sentimental. I thought it was very romantic, and I think that something interactive is probably better because you really get to engage and kind of feel each other out and see if there's any chemistry and kind of vibe and pick up the energy from the other person. So I thought it was absolutely great. The second day they went to a restaurant. They had an amazing conversation, completely open. Nothing was off the table. Again, a lot of positive energy. He shows his reverence for her just as a woman and who she is, presents herself to be at this moment. And he pulls out a Groupon, and then it's that awkward moment for her again, kind of wondering like, okay, what are we doing here? But it's so hard for her to just walk away because she sees that he genuinely cares, and that's something that she has not had in her life in some time. So she although it's out of her box and out of her comfort zone and the guy she would normally date, she's open to it. And I think that's what we have to focus on, is being open to new people, new things, new experiences. I think as far as Groupon is concerned, it's a great way to check off a bucket list with a person and just try different things. So that means if you're going salsa dancing, zip lining, golfing, you're doing a spa day, or whatever the case may be, I think those are great ways to get to know someone and not feel like you have to just do the typical dinner in a movie type of thing. So as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to setting the standards, I'm all for the Groupon dating. The only way that I feel like I would be a little more questionable about it if the guy is limiting or restricting our dates only to Groupon. So for instance, if he asks me what I want to do, or there's a play in town or something, or a basketball game or something that I want to go to, and because it's not on Groupon we can't go, then I would be a little concerned at that point. But that's where communication comes in. We don't know why he's taking on her on Groupon dates at this point in the show. For all we know, he could be saving up for a big purchase, a home, or whatever. It sounds to me like some financial responsibility also. So you can't knock it until you try. And I think as long as at the end of the night he's a gentleman, he's respectful, he comes off genuine towards me, I don't see anything wrong with it. And I think it's so important that we just force ourselves to focus on the right things and really be open when we go out there and we start dating. Really be open to the experience of meeting new people and kind of gauging and seeing what it is that we truly desire, because you really don't know until you're out there and you're meeting new people kind of what it is that you want, and the qualities that you want in a person, what really matters to you, until you start to have those interactions and say, you know, these are things that I want, these are some things, qualities that, you know, take it or leave it, you know, and things like that. So as far as high heels, higher standards, which even my shirt says my standards are higher than my heels, I'm all for Groupon dating. I think it's a great way to get to know a new person outside of both of your comfort zones, and to try things different with each other, and ultimately create memories, which I think is truly important as well when you're first getting to know someone and moving towards getting involved in the relationship. So I want you guys to let me know what you all think. Definitely write down in the comments and tell me what your experiences has been with Groupon dating, if you ever gone, or what you think if a guy were to take you out on a Groupon date, how would you feel about it? Also, take a moment to follow me on Instagram at high heels_higher standards. I can't wait to hear from you guys.